Hello and welcome back, my name is Thomas Woods and today you've joined me in my kitchen where I'm going to be taking you through how to wheelie. Let's get into it. Today was a really gloomy day, so I decided instead of going to the skate park and getting footage, I'd film this. So yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Step 1. One of the most important things to be able to do a wheelie is being comfortable in your chair. If you're not comfortable in your chair, it's going to be pretty much impossible to be able to do a wheelie. If you're not comfortable, there's probably 3 reasons why. 1, the chair's new and you're not that used to it yet. 2, it's just not fitted correctly. And 3, your axle's in the wrong spot, which pretty much brings us in to step 2. Step 2. So where your axle's placed, that's how far it is forward and how far it is back. So if it's really far forward and it's almost where your caster is at the front of your chair, it's going to be super tippy, which means you'll just be falling back constantly when you don't want to. If it's far too back, you won't be able to pop up and it will be near impossible to do it. Neither one do you want. You want it in that Goldilocks spot. For me, that's just a bit in front of my hip. Obviously, if you have an adjustable one, that'll be something you want to play with and find out where yours is. So that's definitely something you want to think about, and that'll definitely help you get up. So that is probably one of the most important things. When I got my first chair from the NHS, it was an adjustable one, and the axle was placed really far back because when you're a wheelchair user for the first time, you don't want to have it really tippy, otherwise it's not going to be very safe. So this one was set up quite far back, and we realised that when I couldn't wheelie. So I adjusted it and put it a bit far forward. It was a bit too far forward, so I brought it back a bit, and it's something you just want to play with and get it to the Goldilocks spot for you. So let's get into step 3. Step 3. You're comfortable with your chair now, you can get around, you're good. But you really want to get into wheeling because it's really crucial. So the first thing I'd say you should probably try, which I'm sure you've already attempted now, is just the quick lean back and pull forward with your body, and that will be a great way to just get comfortable with bringing your front wheels up. And that is probably one of your best options. You also want to try, as a beginner, this will be the next sort of thing you want to try. So you want to push forward, pull backward, and push up on your wheels again quickly. So push forward, pull backwards, and then real quick just push forwards on your push rims. And that will just pull you up because obviously the momentum. So that's quite a good way, and then you want to get comfortable with holding that. Now once you're in this position, I see a lot of people as well, that once they get here, a big mistake is they get into their wheelie and then they just try and push as quick as they can in a forward direction to stay stable. That's not really what you want to do. You want to be able to just hold it. Obviously at first you'll rock forward and backwards a bit, but that'll probably be the best thing you can do. So you've got that down on lock. You want to try the normal wheelie, so that's step 4. Step 4, the standard wheelie. So this kind of incorporates the push-pull back and just the pop-pull back one, and you're just going to kind of merge them together. So to get that initial push-up, you want to lean back a tiny bit for this kind of standard one, and then push forward. So you want to lean back, which should just pull your back wheels up ever so slightly, and then push forward or hold your push rims depending on how high your pushback is. So you want to go, and there you are, you're up. You're probably going to rock forward or backwards, or maybe even move forward a bit. So you're in this position, and that's good. You want to practice that over and over again until you get that down. And eventually you'll get to a point with your balance where you can just do this. Now, getting comfortable with that and doing more maneuvers, well, that's step 5. Step 5. So for step 5, you want to be able to move around. You're comfortable in your wheelies, you can hold it, and you can kind of go forward a bit. So now you want to get comfortable with spinning. You want to get going backwards, dropping off curbs, and even getting up curbs. Now, dropping off curbs and going up curbs never should be your main option. You should always try for a drop curb, just because it won't put as much pressure on your tyres, and obviously you don't want to pop them if you have pneumatic ones. So always try and look for a drop curb, but if not, these are some maneuvers you could use. So for going forwards, once you're in your wheelie, just getting your balance. One of the first things you do, now in normal pushing, you want to always take your hands off the wheel. But in this, you don't. You want to always have them at least holding on to the wheel, or at least, just sliding next to them so you can control yourself. So you want to get up, and then you want to just push forward ever so slightly with your hands on. You want to just let it slide through your hands. So you want to push forward, slide through your hands. You want to push forward, slide through your hands. That's how you're going to get started. And eventually, you can just let go and get going. If you want to see some of that in action, you should go check out my World WCMX Championship run. It'll be on my channel, the next video down, and you'll be able to see some of that in motion and how that works. So once you've got that down, you can move forward. You want to get backwards. So backwards, I know as a beginner, I found really awkward. And to some people who are quite skilled at wheelies, also find it quite awkward. Once you're up, when you're falling, if you think you're falling back, the first thing you do is you slam back and lean forward to bring your wheels back down. Excuse me, sorry. So once you're doing that, to bring it back down, you want to be able to do that. But you also need to be able to move backwards. So essentially doing it is moving backwards ever so slightly, just enough, with enough lean to move back. It's really quite challenging, and it's something you should just practice. There's only so much I can say about it, because it is really all in the practice. So if you want to do it, you need to pull back ever so slightly, and you can even see how that brings my front end down as I pull back. So you need to be able to ever so slightly just pull back and coast a bit. Again, you should leave your hands on your push rims until you get more comfortable with it, and you can take your hands off. For spinning, it's similar essentially with the front and the backwards. You need to pull back. So let's say you want to turn this way, pull back with your left and push with your right, just like you would normally, and you just need to hold your balance. Now, it's not that hard to do. This is something you definitely want to practice, because it will come in quite useful. Now, for dropping off curbs and going up curbs, that is something you'll want to work on. Maybe you should try, if it's a small curb, just rolling off it first, because that will be a bit better. But if you hit it wrong, or it's not the best environment, it may send you forward. So if there's a nice curb, just go off it so you can get used to the impact. And then when you're comfortable with wheelies, you can try dropping off it. What I try and do is once you get to the edge, you need to push off and then kind of move your weight a bit forward. So more like, if you can kind of tell, like that, if you get the gist, but maybe not that over exaggerated. You just need to lean forward a bit, just with your weight. So as you're falling off, you want to come down, you want to land at the same time. So if you have your curb and you have your flat ground, when you're coming off, you want to land like that. So you want to go in your wheelie and then you want to land. That's probably the best way. You can land on your back wheels, but it's always, you can lose speed, and maybe you shouldn't try that first. And then you can also go up to the edge and kind of ride down it. So if you go up to the edge and slowly let yourself down, you can also kind of ride down it if that feels more comfortable to you. Whatever you want to do, it's kind of whatever feels best for you for that. For getting up it, your main thing is just speed. So if you're at a curb, you just want to get a load of speed up, push, 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 and as you get to the edge, just do a quick pop, and as you hit the edge, your back wheels will hit. And as the back wheels hit, that'll send you in the air, and you need to, as soon as you do that, send your weight forward. So you pop up, and you want to do like that movement, and as you go up it, your back wheels will hit, and you should go forward. If not, you're probably not going to get hurt. Just lean forward, and you won't really roll back. Your casters will probably make it back up. Just pull back down and try again. It's not that difficult, but it may take some practice. Now that's about it. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If it did help you, great. If you're still struggling a bit though, remember, just practice, 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 and to be confident. Being confident but not cocky is the best thing you can do. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more tutorials from me, remember to leave a like and comment down below and check out my other videos. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, subscribe and share. Check out more of me up here and here. And also down in the description below with my Instagram, Twitter, and all the links for the podcast. Other than that, goodbye.